For all our bravado, we knew what it meant when Kain drew the Soul Reaver in anger. It meant you were dead.
My Soul Reaver.
Post defeating the sprawling mass, once known as our brother Melchiah, and robbing him of his power to phase through objects, we depart his putrid necropolis to hunt down our other betraying vampiric kin, only to be guarded by the Elder God.
Return to the sanctuary of the clans, Raziel. Melchiah's soul has endowed you with the means to gain entry. Beware, however. This hollow derelict is abandoned, but not uninhabited.
Before we hunt down whoever has taken up residence in the clan's former sanctuary, this is a good time to showcase a hidden collectible / eldritch power Raziel can find throughout the game. To do so, we must enter the pond in wraith form and phase through the nearby gate. Leveraging our new ability leads us to a room with 3 columns and the form of one ex-guardian of Nosgoth, the mentalist Nutraptor that we contended with in Blood Omen, linked at the end of this video. Returning to the material realm, we can then push over the 3 pillars pointing to the mind symbol in the middle of the room and unlock the Force glyph.
Once acquired, these glyphs empower you with elemental lore. Each spell exacts a sacrifice of energy, however. Use them sparingly and wisely.
The Force glyph, which we shall test on enemies soon enough, consumes 1 point of eldritch energy, which we see as glowing orbs and is either located in certain areas or randomly spawned after devouring enemies. Also of note, just near the exit of the lake is a golden triangle representing a health power-up behind grating.
These artifacts enhance your stamina, enabling you to prolong your material manifestation. Gather 5 to complete the emblem, and thereby augment your strength.
And it's important to reiterate, none of these powers are necessary to complete the game, and we may not collect them all, however, they're at least worth a look. Returning to the clan's sanctuary, we find the entrance is still sealed tight, however, just as the Elder God had promised. To the right, we find grating, which, with our new ability, we easily phase through. After which, we then acquire a second health power-up. Rounding the next corner, we then find the temple's entrance featuring a tranquil bridge surrounded by water and slew of sentries on the prowl. After the slewer's souls are siphoned sardonically, we phase back into the material realm. Only to be met with 2 guards worthy of respect, a duo of adult Doomahim. Perhaps a perfect time to test our new power as we cast a force wave against our foes. Though not executed perfectly, we're thankful for small blessings. With the Doomahim destroyed, we see at the temple's entrance another of the brutes, clearly muscled to keep us out, and so we quickly divine bypassing them via the spectral realm may alleviate the need for confrontation altogether. Phasing through the gates and following the circular halls anti-clockwise, we follow the familiar path to the place of our betrayal, the home of the Pillars and Kain's throne. But as we march our way through the large keyhole door, it snaps shut behind us in a trap, and we're met with a presence we had not yet anticipated to face so soon.
Raziel.
Kain!
The Abyss has been unkind.
I am your creation, Kain. Now, as before, you criticize your own work. What have you done with my clan, degenerate? You have no right.
What I have made, I can also destroy, child.
Damn you, Kain! You are not God! This act of genocide is unconscionable!
Conscience? You dare to speak to me of conscience? Only when you have felt the full gravity of choice should you dare question my judgment. Your lifespan is a flicker compared to the mass of doubt and regret that I have borne since Mortanius first turned me from the light. To know that the fate of the world hangs dependent on the advisedness of my every deed? Can you even begin to conceive what action you would take in my position?
I would choose integrity, Kain.
Look around you, Raziel. See what has become of our empire. Witness the end of an age. The clans scattered to the corners of Nosgoth. This place has outlasted its usefulness. As have you.
The Soul Reaver, Kain's ancient blade, older than any of us and 1,000 times more deadly. The legends claimed that the blade was possessed and thrived by devouring the souls of its victims. For all our bravado, we knew what it meant when Kain drew the Soul Reaver in anger. It meant you were dead.
Kain then teleports behind us and begins to charge the Reaver. Before we can charge at him, he unleashes an unavoidable tendril of golden lightning that strips our flesh from our very being in an instant. Probing the pillars for energies, we see perhaps the fallen spirits of those who have displeased Kain in the past, vampire wraiths that still haunt this place. Becoming material once more, we ambush Kain, still charging his sword. However, attempting the same move a second time proves there is no escaping the Reaver's electric judgment. Repeating our defeating of the wraiths and returning to the material plane, Kain almost preternaturally senses our ambush. Exhausted, frustrated, and depleted, we're set upon by the hungry wraiths yet again, wondering the entire time, is Kain just toying with us? This time, we ambush Kain with our new eldritch power bequeathed by the Force Glyph, but are shocked when he simply turns to mock our attempts. landing a third and final slash against the vampire in front of his throne. An enraged Kain then shows us the true power of his Reaver.
The blade is vanquished. So it unfolds. And we are a step closer to our destinies.
I swore I saw a glint of satisfaction in Kain's eye when the Soul Reaver was destroyed. I did not understand the game that Kain was playing, but I knew the finishing move.
From this moment and ever afterward, you and this blade are inextricably bound. Soul Reaver and Reaver of Souls, your destinies are intertwined. By destroying the sword, you have liberated it from its corporeal prison and restored it to its true form, a wraith blade, its energy unbound. No longer a physical blade, it can only manifest itself in the material realm when your strength is fully restored. Once manifest, it will sustain you.
What are you, little soul? Another of Kain's creatures come to taunt this bound spectre.
I did not intend to disturb your rest.
Rest. A body is needed for sleep. Flesh and bones are required to recline. No, child. All I may do is watch and remember, ceaselessly conscious as this wretched world's history unfurls. Ghastly past, insufferable future, are they one and the same? Am I always here?
How have you come to haunt these pillars?
Kain refused the sacrifice. The pillar of balance, corrupted to its core, stands as a monument to his blind ambition. Now these pillars serve only to bind me here, my prison and eternal home, thanks to the avarice of your master, Kain.
That bastard can claim no allegiance from me.
Then we share a common foe, Raziel. Return here when you have need. Ariel remembers what others have forgotten.
Funny, Ariel has offered to help us, in a similar vein to her behaviour to Kain and Blood Omen, where she would act as a guide as she provides hints to Raziel whenever we return to the pillars.
Far in the eastern mountains, a stifled titan stands in mute surrender, unwilling host to a parasitic swarm.
And we also learn we can restore our energies in this place. Now with the Reaver as a key to exit the once barred doors, they fall easily before us and our quest for vengeance continues. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with the Soul Reaver videos, and if you want to support the channel in a more personal way, consider becoming a Patreon supporter. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, Traveller.